Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. We just finished up a massive retrospective. It took a lot to write and edit it. A story about stories, dreams, imaginative fantasy scenarios, engaging, deep characters, and heavy adult themes. So today, let's talk some more about a failed toy line and its equally failed tie-in comic. Back in 2020, after a lot of soul-searching and actual searching, we discovered Animax, the true successor to the belovedly stupid and awesome comic Brute Force. Animax told the tale of a post-apocalyptic world where animals are cars and people wear goofy animal helmets while fighting off evil mutant beings who wanted to conquer and rule the Earth, which had stopped rotating because science, and the planet was now in two permanent different lighting conditions. And the villains were off to a good start since the very first page of the comic featured the Animax's leader getting killed by them. But it's okay, guys. Turns out underneath the last Human Cities museum, there's a big secret cloning machine that the museum curator fires up. Unfortunately, the villains, the motor mutants, chose that moment to attack the city and wreck the machine and the only person who knew anything about it, so no more insta-resurrections. Also, it seems that when those animalized cars, the Animax, lose their driver, they're expected to, ride off into the forest and die. So since Max is alive, he needs to go out and get him, literally catapulting out of the city to do so. So let's dig into Animax number 2 and see if our hero, Max Action, yes, seriously, can rescue the city of Peopleopolis, again, seriously, and see what sort of goofiness awaits us that we're supposed to take seriously.
Atop the fourth wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. What's with these awkward subjects? What's all this art so rubbish? To anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara, he is a man, punch, sporadically a grouch. Linkara, he has his own spaceship, but he's always on his couch. Linkara, a universe in flux. Linkara, this comic sucks. Linkara.
The cover's decent, at least in concept, even if it's a little flat in execution, depicting a battle between the Animax on board a tiger car fighting against some pig creatures equally on boar cars. What makes it dynamic is them doing this on what appears to be a hill at an incline, but I don't know, something about it doesn't seem like it's fully portraying the movement and action of the moment. Maybe it's the blank blue background, or how the hill kind of disappears on the right, so it's more like they're on a cliff. Either way, it's just not as good as it could be, but it's not terrible. What is it, though? It's war! If only they'd given the sanctions more time! We open with Max Action getting dropped off at the edge of the living forest by the Tiger Dude, aka Tiger Tracker. It is the time of Earth's future!
Next Sunday, AD.
A time when the human race lives on the light side, the low-calorie side. When evil lives on the night side. Yeah, but the rent's better there. And when man's only defenders were half machine, half animal. And lacking commas, so half machine, half animal is all one phrase. It is the time of the Animax! Exactly 6:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tiger Tracker drops off Max Action at the edge of the living jungle. And now we have some really weird questions about the biology of the Animax, because Tiger Tracker uses his Turbo Tiger to summon the Animinies, which he explains are the youngest Animax. And indeed, we soon see, a rabbit, a turtle, some bears, a fox, all these tiny animals that are also Animax. Are they, born with engines already inside of them?
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
Anyway, they recruit the Animinies to find Jungle Max, the lion he sent off to die, before he reaches the Dragway of Doom. It also seems the editor was sleeping a bit on this page because there's a text balloon attached to Tiger Tracker when it's clearly supposed to be from Max talking about how he can't talk to the Animinies without his helmet. In any case, they offer their help, letting Max ride on two of their backs. So, do you think they were gonna partner with Micro Machines to make those? The Roadhogs, a group of motor mutants, have been chasing our heroes to the jungle and have now caught up with them, forcing Tiger Tracker to provide exposition to the audience while covering for Max's escape. I don't know if this is better or worse for providing a recap of the first issue. On one hand, text boxes and flashback panels would use up a lot of space in the comic to cover all this. But on the other hand, Tiger Tracker is just saying this out loud to no one in particular, maybe to his car. Anyway, while that happens, we cut to deeper in the jungle, where Jungle Max has found the Dragway of Doom, an actual road that seems to partially float off the ground. The road that every Animax must one day travel waits for its riders with infinite patience. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, nope, they all got it wrong. Turns out the ultimate answer is a road for cyborg animal cars. Like a siren, the road calls, and caught in that enchanted spell, the rider glides effortlessly out of the waking world and into a dream. Dream of the Endless quickly turns around and proclaims, nope, this is too goofy even for me. Back at Peopleopolis, the citizens are disturbed by a thunderstorm overhead.
What is it, Mother? I've never seen anything like it. What's happened to weather control?
It's a terrible thunderstorm, darling, and it can only mean one thing! Hail damage! I better call my insurance! The leader of the motor mutants, Extinctor, soon arrives to take charge of the siege. He orders the city to surrender, that they have no hope without Max action. And that's kind of a really deep indictment of these people's skills if they're that screwed without him. Even the Autobots fared okay without Optimus Prime for a while. Max reaches the Dragway, and naturally the animals are a bit terrified of the literal highway to hell, but he gives some encouraging words to them, even if he's uncertain of himself. Because even though I feel like I'm the same Max action as before, I know that I'm brand new, untried, untested. Technically speaking, I have never eaten, peed, or pooped in my entire life. I have the thoughts and skills of Max action, but do I have his soul? Given the state of the world and the fact that you're currently using those animals as rollerblades, I think we need to question if anything has a soul in this world. As they start racing down the Dragway, he thinks to himself that he'll be able to convince his people, and himself for that matter, that he's the real deal if he can use the Animental helmet to control Jungle Max. Back at Peopleopolis, Extinctor calls out for any of the road trainers and their Animax to switch sides if they want to join the winning team.
I'm only making this offer once.
Full Benny's package and 3% raise every 6 months. Great, then we'll be spared the trouble of hearing it again. Why don't you go play in traffic, Extinctor?
We don't even have those.
Extinctor responds by shooting at him with this honestly kind of metal-looking gun that looks like it's made of some different animal skeletons. Hell, he even calls it the Awesome Exterminator. Well, this toy line certainly understood the assignment of making the bad guys seem cooler than the good guys like so many toyetic franchises. While fighting breaks out between the two forces, our hero finally catches up with Jungle Max, who's about to go down a ramp right into the Animax graveyard, displaying, well, this image.
Jesus Christ!
This is a pretty gruesome image for Marvel's younger line, isn't it? Also, what the hell? This super road doesn't lead to anything in particular, just a big chasm where Animax are supposed to fall into? In any case, Max leaps onto the lion's back and retrieves his helmet, putting it on to try to get its attention, since the Dragway is somehow hypnotizing it. He succeeds in stopping it before it goes over the edge. Listen, old boy, do me a favor and let's never do this again, okay? You know, there were times when I thought you were the handsomest Animax in the pack, but you never looked better to me than you do right now. Well, it ain't a traditional marriage, but somehow they make it work. After giving Jungle Max some rocket fuel, we cut back over to Tiger Tracker and his battle against the Roadhogs. He manages to destroy a few of them, but he's quickly overwhelmed by their sheer numbers. Until the Dragway of Doom suddenly appears near them, and Max Action comes riding in to save the day. The remaining Roadhogs quickly haul ass out of there, and our heroes head back to the city. At Peopleopolis, as the defenses start to weaken, Extinctor uses his Carnivore Obliterator to ram the gates of the city, soon breaking through. As the defenders try to rally, Extinctor's pretty much already declared victory.
Blind fools! My motor mutants and I have already won! Follow me, you fighting scum, to victory or death!
You know, you're trying to be a motivational boss, but you just refer to your employees as scum. I don't think that's good for workplace morale. Fortunately, their attentions are turned, and thus they don't see Max Action and Tiger Tracker swoop in and flank them.
Extinctor, look! It's a ghost!
I mean, with this series, I could totally believe that ghosts are a thing too. No, of course, the villains are horrified to see the previously dead Max Action. Extinctor tries to use his gun, which is apparently responsible for the lightning storm, but our hero uses his lion laser to disable the awesome exterminator. Also a neat gun, but the exterminator is cooler. With his gun broken, Extinctor decides to call a retreat, the villains soon burning rubber, or legs, I guess, out of there.
Max, I can't believe it! We all thought you were dying. You were dead.
And honestly, I was kind of hoping you would stay dead. I already started moving my stuff into your bigger apartment. He explains how the museum caretaker saved him. Besides, if I were gone, Jungle Max here wouldn't have anybody else to play with. I just had to come back. The rest of you can go to hell, though. I only care about my car. Our heroes are soon joined by Heater Delight, again, seriously, the caretaker's daughter who helped clone Max. Max apparently has a thing for her and says that the city really owes her and her late mother for saving them, and she gives him a kiss on the cheek.
You smell something burning, Tiger?
I think it's Max's complexion. Actually, he's literally cooking and is about to melt. The cloning process isn't really perfect. Tiger tells Max they'll keep what happened the last couple of days secret as they haul Jungle Max away to be refueled. And despite the fact that they're in the city, where presumably they'd have the resources for fixing him up, they're actually heading out, telling the civilians to repair the wall Extinctor broke. Still, despite all this, Max thinks of himself as a bit of a fake and wonders what the others would think if they knew the truth about him. Still, with the war on, he doesn't want to do anything to shake their faith or morale. I have to be Max Action. Max is dead. Long live Max! And again, connecting this to the Sandman, another aspect of Max Action has come about. Just with the same fashion sense. Over to the villains, Extinctor grumbles about their loss, but says he already has a plan.
Because I've already conceived a plan so ingenious, so dastardly, that only the twisted mind of Extinctor could have given birth to such a heinous thought! Bake sale! The time has come for Retread to walk the light side!
Oh my god! Crossover with US-1 incoming! This comic is goofy, but that's why we're looking at it to begin with. It's not a particularly deep story, but it's not trying to be. Just trying to tell some exciting action to show off how cool these characters are and why you should be buying their toys. I would still like a better explanation for what the hell the Dragway of Doom is, or how the knowledge of what it leads to will mean for our heroes. I haven't read the last 2 issues, so maybe it gets brought up, I don't know. But it's a fantastical world where a guy in a silly outfit can ride on top of a fox and a bear cub that have engines in them. I'm not expecting anything that sophisticated. That being said, the artwork is pretty top-notch. Not super great action scenes, but Steve Purcell, who consequently created Sam and Max, has a great eye for visual moments. Just the snapshot of a significant image that's impactful, from Extinctor firing the awesome exterminator to the low-angle shot of the Animax graveyard. Regardless of anything else, the creators did not half-ass this, and that's what makes it so great in my opinion. Next time, we take a look at a sci-fi one-shot from the 90s from a now mostly forgotten comic imprint. We'll find out if it was as forgotten as Animax was.
I'm sitting on my couch reviewing comics, the worst birds that you will ever see. It's sad that comic books
That's it! We've reached the Animax graveyard! Gun it, guys! I'm gonna beat a world record jumping that thing! Hello, my friends. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications on new video releases. If you'd like to support future videos, you can check out my Patreon or purchase a t-shirt via Teespring or Shark Robot. Thanks for watching!